Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Friday, man. Ending the week on a positive, powerful, productive, and healthy note. I'm gonna give y'all about 2 to 3 minutes to tap in with the kid, man. I probably got about 30 to 45 minutes to build. Don't really have long, but I wanted to just get on here, man, and address something, that just transpired in my life. So I just want to build on it. It's relevant to what I do, relevant to what I'm always talking about. So hopefully y'all got about 30 to 45 minutes to tap in with the kid. Spontaneous joint, wasn't really planning to do it, but I feel like I got to speak on this, man. Montel, peace, what's happening? It's not Peace Queen, what's happening? Appreciate it for sure. Yeah, this was a tragic situation. Trill, peace, what's happening? Akuma, peace. And my cousin that just passed, like, on that side of the family, man, we don't even act like cousins, man. We more like brothers and sisters, man. So that's my cousin, but man, we act more like brothers. Like this particular cousin that passed, probably he called me more than any other family member. Like he called me more than any other family member. You know what I'm saying? So we act more like brothers and sisters, man. First cousins and things like that. So, what I'm saying? This was big bro. This wasn't even cuzzo for real. This was like big bro. And to see bro have a heart attack at 39, crazy. Crazy. Cotton Candy, peace, appreciate you. Montel, appreciate it. Manny, peace, appreciate it. Lindell, peace, what's happening? Devin, peace, appreciate it for sure. Yeah, like I say, it was crazy, man. Heart attack at 39. I'm like, what? Nisi, peace, appreciate it. And it was crazy. And what's even more crazy, his born day is next month. You know what I'm saying? Next month. So he was about to turn 40 next month. So bro just had a heart attack at 39 and his born day is next month. And he was finna hit 40. So that's crass. That makes it even worse. And then the messed up part about it is, so, you know what I'm saying? I had to like they had us on like a little FaceTime type of situation. It was another app, but it was like a FaceTime Zoom type of situation. So we had to, we saw him in the hospital bed in his last moments, you know what I'm saying? So we had to see that. So it was crazy. It's crazy. I can't be seeing, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to see that, man. You 39 and you hooked up to all these tools. You'd have had a heart attack. That ain't right. That ain't right. Airview, peace, what's happening? Dread Mike, peace, what's the word? Like, that was crazy, man. We had to see him, you know what I'm saying? We had to tap in on this little video chat and see him hooked up to all these tools. He wasn't conscious at the time, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it go. So we had to witness that, and in August, he was hitting me up for some workouts, you know what I'm saying? He was saying he was trying to get back in shape. He wasn't feeling like he was in his best shape. He trying to get back to it, things along those lines, man, So he was hitting me up in August trying to get some workouts. Now, mind you, my cousin ain't big. Like, my cousin about the same size as me. Like, dude about the same height as me, might have been a few pounds lighter than me. So dude it wasn't like he was a big dude. My cousin same size as me, small. You know what I'm saying? So dude wasn't really a big dude. So all of that is out the window. You know what I'm saying? But I know one thing, I know a few things for sure, you know what I'm saying? He worked a lot. And that's another thing too, as black men, man. We gotta learn how to scale back on the work sometimes, man, and prioritize rest. Cause that's crucial. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that's what caused it with my cousin. I'm just speaking in general. But man, we as brothers, man, we tend to overwork ourselves, man, and that causes problems. So at times, man, it's cool to just sit at the crib and do nothing. You ain't always got to be working. You ain't always got to be moving. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's good to have you a rest day or a few rest days. Take a week off. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that, man. You ain't gotta work yourself, man, to the grave. You ain't gotta work like a slave. TZ, peace. Appreciate it. Nah, Trill, it really, high blood, none of these ailments run in my family. The only thing that run in my family is bad dietary habits. That's it. It's the same as everybody's family. Lindell, I wasn't totally hip to his dietary status or anything like that. I didn't really talk about that with him. The one time when he called me on August and was talking about sending him to workouts, we ain't really chop it up on diet like that for real. He was just saying he was trying to get back into the swing of thing as far as fitness. He was just trying to focus more on his health and things like that. I told him I got him, or I told him I had him. I ain't realized this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, y'all better stop taking family for granted. Stop taking friends for granted. Just stop taking people for granted in general. Stop thinking you got time to do things. Like, stop doing that. Here I am thinking, all right, I got time. You know what I mean? I got time. I got time to send dude these workouts. I got time to get on dude about his health. He ain't number 39. So I'm thinking I got time. And a lot, that's what we do a lot of time. We think we got time. Pushing stuff back. Nah, man, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop thinking you got infinite time to get things done. Stop thinking you got infinite time to tap in with people. Man, you never know. This was sudden. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that quick. Somebody could be taken away from you. So y'all better stop taking people and things. Y'all better just stop taking people for granted. Y'all better stop taking goals that y'all have for granted. Like, y'all better get on it. Y'all better get on it. If it's something that you want to do, do it. If it's something that you need to do, do it. If it's somebody that you need to bury the hatchet with, bury the hatchet. Stop postponing these things, man. For real, man. Because when that person is no longer here, man, then you're going to have all type of regret. And it's going to be hard to get over that. It's going to take a minute to get over that regret if you ever get over it. You know what I mean? You just going to have to learn to live with it for real, because you can't go back and resurrect the person and then had a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Once they gone, they gone. So, hey, for real, if you got something that you need to tell somebody, man, if you got something that you want to tell somebody, tell them right now. Don't wait. Don't think I'll tell them tomorrow. This happened with my grandmother, man. Me and my moms was talking about my grandmother. We and my mother said, we was having a conversation. I'll never forget it. Me and my mother was having a conversation about my grandmother. And my mother said, she was like, we should call her right now and ask. Because we needed clarification on something. My mom's was like, we should call her right now and ask her. Then my mom's was like, nah, you know what? I'll call her another time. Soon as I left the crib, they called and told me my grandmother had stroke. So right there when my moms was thinking about calling my grandmother, her moms, and decided not to, boom, stroke. Next thing you know, now we can't talk to her again. And we was sitting there thinking about calling her at that moment. That's crazy. So that's what I'm saying, man. If you got the thought to call somebody, if it crosses your mind to call somebody, it's crossing your mind for a reason. Call them. You didn't just randomly think to call somebody for no reason, man. It's something that's in you that say, hey, man, I need to talk to such and such. Make that call. Text them, something. Tap in with them. Tap in. If you get that feeling like, man, I need to call my peoples real quick. And it just seemed like it came out of nowhere, man. It's time to tap in with that person, man, because you never know. You never know. Peace to everybody tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all. But you never know. So we just got to stop taking people for granted. We got to stop taking our health for granted. For real, it's real in the field, man. And that's why I'm so adamant about this healthy lifestyle. That's why I be liable I be ready to fight folks when they looking at me funny or when they making jokes about the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live. Man, I'm not trying to go out like that, man. I'm not trying to have no heart attack at 40, at 39, at 35, at 45. I'm not trying to have a heart attack in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not trying to go out like that. I'm not trying to have diabetes. I'm not trying to watch cancer consume me. I'm not trying to go out any of these ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. So that's why I choose the lifestyle that I have chosen. So when people come with jokes, I'm like, man, y'all need to be getting on board instead of making jokes, man. We dropping like flies and we dropping younger and younger. Am I the only one that takes this serious? I don't watch a person around me pass of something like a heart attack or a stroke and don't do anything about it. Don't make adjustments in my own life. Like, nah, listen, introspection. When I see people around me dropping like flies, first of all, I'm trying to see what's causing them to drop. And then I'm seeing how I can apply this to my life so that I won't drop. That's how that should go, man. I'm like, nah, man, hold on. Why are all these people dropping around me? What's the cause? Let me find some common denominators. Let me find some patterns. That's how I'm doing it. I ain't looking at it like, one minute you're here, next minute you're not. All those type. Nah, I'm looking at it like, man, my cousin had a heart attack at 39. I got to make some changes in my life. Straight up. Like that. That's how I look at it. I got to make some changes in my life. Like, what changes can I make? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's me reaching out to people more, something. What change can I make? That's how I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? When my grandmother had the stroke, I'm like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Let me start tapping into diabetes more. Let me study this more. Let me tap into the science of this. You know, so it's real in the field. Like it's really real in the field, man. So again, gotta tap in, man. You gotta focus. You know, when things like that go on around you, pay attention to what's causing it, what's causing folks to drop, and you gotta make necessary changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I ever do. Like, I'm not gonna take it and ignore it. Like, nah, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's not normal. You know? So again, that's too close to home. So let me start studying the family tree. You know, let me start studying the heart health of the family tree and see what we got going on here. Because, man, hey, us brothers, man, we don't be last. Like, I'm telling you, the way we deal with stress, brothers, is not good. It's not good, brother. We hold in a lot of stress. Our stress management is horrible. We got to get better with that. We got to have outlets, fam. We got to release a lot of this stress. We got to release a lot of these emotions that we have trapped, that we feel like nobody wants to listen to. I'm going to tell y'all for a fact that that's a lie. You got one person in your life that's willing to listen to you. And I'm telling y'all do. I know for a fact y'all do. And I'm telling y'all probably taking that person for granted. That's one thing like all y'all brothers, we gotta quit that. We gotta quit getting on these we gotta quit getting on these social media platforms and acting like ain't nobody out here willing to listen to us. You got one person in your life that's willing to listen, and that's all you need. Stop taking that person for granted. Just because it may not be the person that you want to listen, don't mean you don't have anybody willing to listen. Long as you got one person that's willing to listen to you, you good. You don't need a whole entourage of people willing to listen. So stop all of that. I guarantee y'all got somebody that's willing to listen. One person. I guarantee you can find one person that's willing to listen to what it is you have to say. So we got to stop that, man. You got to embrace that person that's willing to listen. Value that person. Don't take that person for granted. And that's what then happened. That one person that's willing to listen to you, you've taken them for granted. You ignore that person. You overlook that person. Stop doing it. You get irritated with the person, whatever the case may be. The person be asking you what's wrong, and you get mad. Stop asking me what's wrong, or you don't tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's on us, man. That's on us. But we sitting around here walking around acting like we ain't got nobody to listen to us. That's some BS, man. That's BS. That's garbage. And I even had to analyze that within my own life. I used to walk around saying that till I realized it was garbage and it was a lie. I got one person that I know that would listen to me. I've always had one person that I know would listen to me. Sometimes it just wasn't the person that I wanted to listen. So when it worked out, or when it unfolded like that, that caused me to overlook that one person that was willing to listen. That one person. You know, so we gotta chill, man. We gotta chill on all that, man. Stop acting like you ain't got one person that'll listen to you. You know, we want to walk around with that self-pity. I ain't got nobody to listen to, ain't got nobody to vent. Are you listening? Are you a good listener? Make sure you that person. Make sure you a good listener too. Make sure you listening to folks. You know what I'm saying? Before you go try to tap in and Throw all your problems on somebody else. Make sure you a good listener. Make sure when somebody comes to you with problems, you know how to listen. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be the person that you want, that you would need in your life. You got to be that person first before you receive it. You know, for real, man. Like, I done been there, done that, man. People genuinely asking me how I am, and due to me creating false narratives in my own head, I hit them with something simple like, I'm all right. Because we create a reality in our mind that nobody in the world cares how we feel. Hey, that may be true. 9 out of the 10 people that's asking you how you doing may not legitimately care. But you got that one person out of that 10 that may actually care when you answer that question. Don't take that person for granted, fam. I'm telling you. So yeah, 90% of the people, they ask you how you doing, they may not legit care, but that 1 out of 10, that one out of 10, that's 10%. You know what I'm saying? That's 10%. That's a decent percentage as far as people listening. So don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. My cousin was one of those dudes that we took for granted. He was one of the family members that called everybody in the family to check up on him. We ain't got that no more. We took him for granted. We getting irritated when he calling. Cause like, man, why dude calling? Dude, you get up on the phone, dude talking to you for 2 hours. We busy. We ain't got time for that. Now we finna miss that. That's what I mean. Don't take your family for granted. Man, Cuzzo just hit me up. He was hitting me up last month, blowing my phone up. I couldn't answer, man. I was training and I never returned the call. But I was texting dude, but man, he was calling me frequently and I could never get around to having a conversation with him. And this was like in the last month. So now I never be able to have that phone conversation with him. I don't even know what he wanted for real because I wasn't able to pick up the phone. So again, I'm thinking I got time, man. I'm gonna hit dude up when I afford myself more time. Then we could talk on this phone however long he want to talk on the phone. Well, that's not a reality anymore. So I should have answered the phone when dude was called. Or I should have called him back when I had the time. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Don't take people for granted. Don't take people for granted, fam. I didn't had a few situations in my life to where it's like people then passed on me and the last thing I did was like not respond to something. Man, you can't take that type of stuff back. You can't take it back. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, if somebody called, if a family member called you, please make sure you answer the phone. Please make sure you call them back. You know what I'm saying? Please. You never know what they want. Even if they don't want nothing, man, just having that conversation with it might take them a long way. You know what I'm saying? Just pick up that phone, man. Talk to them for 20, 30 minutes, then get up off that joint. For real. Don't go on ignoring folk, man. Don't do it. Because you never know. You never know. So don't take that for granted, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm being transparent with y'all. Please don't take that for granted. Because like I said, my cousin was the one that will call everybody in the family. Nobody calls me more than my cousin or more than he did. That is now gone. So now it's like you would get irritated, but now you about to miss it because like, dang, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to dude calling me or something or texting me or something like that. You ain't got that no more. Ghetto Guru, I'm trying to tell you. And I at least feel some type of solace and comfort because I would at least text dude. Like initiate text threads. Like dude already knew talking on the phone wasn't my thing. But I text him first. You know, so even the times where I didn't pick up the phone on him, I still, you know what I'm saying, would hit him up via text to tap in with him. So I at least feel good about that. But that's how I be though. Man, Jeff, I'm trying to tell you, man, that could go a long way. And I've been taking that for granted, man. Just caught up in my own little reality, in my own little world and situation. You know what I'm saying, man? Just tapping in to, hey, man, what's up, y'all? Good. You know, just throwing that out in the atmosphere every so often, man, can go a long way, man. Just tapping in, man. How y'all rocking? How y'all living? Everybody good? What's up? That's it. Something simple like that, man. It's a simple gesture that we all can make. Just reach out to people, man, and ask them, are they good? Even if they lie to you, man, they at least they know that you out here concerned, man. You good. I'm trying to tell you, man, it feels good when somebody, hey, you good. Like, even if you don't tell them the truth, you still feel good that that person asked you that. Even though you just was like, yeah, I'm straight, but you not. It still feel good that somebody inquired about your well-being. You know, if they do it enough, then eventually you will open up to them. So, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, man. Hey, it feels good, man, to know that it's people out here, man, that's just concerned. You know, so again, man, hey, us brothers, we got to do better with the emotional side of life. And I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself. Like, I got to put this into motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to tap in with people more. Check in, see how they living, how they doing. You know what I'm saying? Got to do it. When they call me, man, do my best to answer the phone or call them back. As much as I don't like talking on the phone, it's bigger than me at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. It's bigger than what my likes and dislikes. I'll be all right. A phone call ain't gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? That's petty. So for real, man, we gotta, hey, for real, man, we all we got at the end of the day, man. We can't be neglecting and abandoning one another, especially the ones that's actually trying to make an effort to reach out. Don't neglect and abandon those type of individuals. And then make some time for yourself and make some time for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we work so much, man, we don't have time for anything. How we don't have time for self-care and things like that, man? How you don't have time to get your mind right? How you don't have time to exercise and meditate? Listen, especially if you're doing it for these corporate jobs, these folks that don't care about you, man, kill that. Like, that's dead. That's dead. We owe you overwork and underpaid. No, that's we not finna do that. Because again, something happens to you, you pass away, these corporations, the show must go on. They don't care about you. So why am I giving them all my time and energy? Like, nah, I'm finna take time off. I'm finna chill. I'm finna relax. Relaxing feels great. I don't know about y'all, but when I relax, I'm feeling good. When I'm doing absolutely nothing. That's how you recharge, fam. I don't feel like it's a bragging point, to be like I work all the time. I'm working 24/7. Man, that ain't nothing to brag about. I feel like you have more bragging rights when you able to rest more. Like, yeah, I'm still able to feed my family and I get a lot of rest. That's the brag. I don't want to brag about working all day every day. That sounds like slavery to me. Like, I don't want to brag about that. I want to brag about working smarter. I want to brag about being able to rest when I want to rest and still feed my fam. I want to brag about that. I want to brag about all this work that I'm having to put in just to keep the lights on. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm working so hard that I'm compromising my health and I'm bragging about it. I'm grinding 24/7, no sleep. Man, that's not cool. There ain't nothing cool about that. That ain't nothing to brag on. Michael, peace. Appreciate you. So that ain't nothing for me. I'm not finna brag on that, man. I'm trying to rest as much as possible. I'm trying to work as less as possible and still earn the same amount of income. That's working smarter. I'm bragging about that. I don't want to brag about having to be at this gym all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't brag about that. I don't recommend that life. I don't recommend us working 12, 13 hours a day. No. It's not healthy, fam. It's not. Not healthy at all. We need to, in this day and age, work smarter, not harder. That's the brag. That's the real flex, as they call it. Ghetto for sure. For sure. And Mark, yeah, definitely. It needs sleep, and it just needs it needs periods of stillness. So yes, the body needs sleep, but then it just needs those periods of stillness where you're not doing anything, where you're not saying anything. It's just still. Just mindful in the moment. You and the room that you're in and you're breathing. Like, seriously, like, moments of stillness will go a long way. What some people may call meditation, whatever it is that you want to call it. But just like sleep, we need that. We need that also, man. Just you moving so much, be still. Embrace stillness. You know what I'm saying? Just embrace it. You know, when you was a kid and you moved so much and they told you to be still, like let's go, like embrace that. Please be still. Yeah, ghetto guru, man. I'm telling man, sleep deprivation is destroying us. A lot of us are sleep deprived because, like I said, we work too much. Lindell, what you say? Stress is a topic most won't discuss, but is one of the deadliest hidden health factors. Like I said a while back, people think you could just turn it on and off. Oh yeah, I was just talking about that with like I was talking about that the other day with somebody. Stress management. You know what I'm saying? We got to do better with stress management. Like everything, like a lot of things revolve around stress when it comes to these diseases. Even when you eat bad foods, that's stress. It's stress in the body. It's two ways that that's stressful. First of all, you probably ate the toxic foods out of stress. You were stressed out and you decided to eat fast food. You were stressed out, so you decided to eat cookies, cakes, and all that. So the stress is what triggered you to even eat the bad food to begin with. Then when you consume the bad food, now your body got to break down this toxic food. More stress. So that's stress on top of stress. You know what I'm saying? So when you tap into a lot of these ailments and diseases, a lot of them are stress related because people don't understand what stress really is. Even working out, when you work out, when you lift weights, when you do calisthenics, that's stress in the body. That's stress. That's why rest is important. When you rest, that's when your muscles are actually growing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when the results are actually happening when you are resting, not when you working out. When you working out, you actually destroying the muscles, which is stress. That's why if you work out too much, you can get sick because you stressing the body and you're not giving the body enough time to recover. So if you work out too much, that is just as damaging as not working out at all. Because again, working out is a form of stress. You have to give the body, you have to give the muscles a chance to recuperate and rejuvenate and rebuild and repair. So people don't understand that. People don't understand that at all. That's a form of stress. And if you don't balance that out with rest, like you actually causing more harm than good. Man, Dread Mike, for sure, man. My pops got sleep apnea. You know what I'm saying? Which that's something that's simple to reverse. But y'all know how those conversations can get. MC 100%. Like that working 24/7. That's that like I'm not glorifying that. I'm not glorifying that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not glorifying overworking myself, man, and just to keep the lights on. No sleep. Like all of these phrases we have for lack of sleep and not sleeping. I'm good on that. Sleep is a beautiful thing. Like sleep is a wonderful thing. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoy a good nap. I enjoy some good sleep. I enjoy it. I be looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I'm good on not sleeping. Like that's ridiculous. Like I don't like not getting sleep. Like for real. So hey brothers, we gotta prioritize that rest, man. We gotta prioritize shutting that body down for a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Recharging. Son of Africa, peace. That I'm trying to tell you, and most people are living that slave life. So we gotta prioritize rest, shutting the body down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta prioritize eating the fruits and vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, stop looking at it like that ain't manly food. I never forget it. Back when I worked at this warehouse, this manufacturing plant, and I was eating honeydew melons for lunch. And Muzz was looking at me like I ain't eating no man food. I need to put some meat on. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm finna eat these honeydew melons, this big container of honeydew melons, and I'm good. I'm finna have more energy and strength than all of y'all. Lo and behold, that's what it was. I'm gonna eat these honeydew melons for lunch, and then when it's time to finish off this work, I finished off stronger than everybody. While they eating the so-called man food, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating, give me these honeydew melons and I'm finna recharge. Give me these fruits. It's the middle of the summer, it's hot. Give me these fruits. Give me these fruits and this vitamin D. That's what I need. You know? You eating that death and you get mad at me for eating life. Like, I didn't come at you criticizing this death on your plate, but you want to come at me saying this life that I'm eating is incorrect. Nah, miss me with that. Like, as a man, eat your fruits and your vegetables, man. For real. Drink your water. Put that alcohol down. Put it down. You know what I'm saying? All that. All of that, you know, and I be having the biggest problem with men. You know, men can be very stubborn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to tell a dude just gonna think he know everything. You know, so a lot of times, man, when I've been trying to get dudes healthy, man, when I train some dudes and try to get them to change their eating, they think they know every freaking thing, man. So it's like the stubborn situation pops in. Hard to get brothers to really change their dietary habits. They gonna give you a million different reasons why they cool drinking alcohol in moderation, as if they gonna die if they don't drink this alcohol. There's nobody on this planet that's gonna die if they don't drink alcohol. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? But again, brothers be thinking they know everything. So it'd be hard to tell certain brothers things when it comes to fitness. I'm like, this is kind of what I do. It's kind of what I do. I've been doing it for a very long time now. You know what I'm saying? If you knew how to do it, you would not be having the condition that you have. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be kind of frustrating when I be trying to get my brothers on point, and just how hard I have to get on them and stay on them. You know, and that's my experience from training. Of course, I have plenty of sisters that won't listen to some of the stuff I say, but they a little bit more open to suggestions. I done had way more sisters take on fasting. I'm talking about in my personal line of training than the brothers. You know what I'm saying? I done had more sisters take on, I'm gonna eat all these fruits and vegetables for a week, opposed to brothers doing it. Because again, like meat and all that type of stuff is associated with being a man. So it's easier for me to convince a woman to not eat meat for a week or for a few days. Cause she like, I can do that anyway. Only reason I do it is because of yada yada yada. But a dude, nah. That's the staple of manhood right there. So once I suggest that a brother lay off the meat for like a day or two, it's like I'm taking away his manhood. It's almost like how he's looking at it. When I tell that man, no, hey, lay off the alcohol for, like, limit the alcohol consumption, it's like I'm taking away his manhood or something. You know, that's what it be feeling like. So I get a lot of resistance when I start trying to suggest certain things to brothers as far as health goes. But it's like, trust me, man, when y'all do it, there's no turning back. Y'all gonna feel better than y'all have ever felt in y'all lives. Trust me. I'm living proof of that. Living proof of that. Man, my blood pressure used to be like rocket. Used to be high. Sky high. You know what I'm saying? My blood pressure was sky high, and I'm talking about young. Like 19, 20. You ain't supposed to have no high blood pressure at that point. But once I changed up my eating and things like that, man, my blood pressure be straight. I can't tell you last time my blood pressure was remotely even close to being high. Even under extreme stressful situations, my blood pressure is still pretty decent. On the low end. You know what I'm saying? Not like low blood pressure, but it's like it's on the lower end. So even when I'm going through a period of stress, my blood pressure is still pretty good. Tony, what you say? We got to learn how to control our emotions, because people can cause your pressure to go up and it will eventually kill you. 100%. I mean, I was also talking about that too. I made a post about that, you know, just learning how to not react and respond based on emotions and thinking more before we move. That should be one of your main principles as a man in general, is to have your emotions in check. Like, we all need to be moving like that. You know, but one of the reasons why we don't have our emotions in check, because we not tapped in with the emotions and we don't express them. So that's when it becomes uncontrollable. When we suppress all of these emotions. When you suppress all these emotions, then they gonna conquer you. So instead of us suppressing these emotions, the best way to master emotions is to deal with the emotions in the first place. We tend to neglect and suppress the emotions. Stop doing it. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? As they say, this too shall pass. You know, when you get that emotion, when you get that feeling that may not be pleasant, ride it out, bro. Don't suppress that. Don't be like, man, I ain't got nobody. Let man ride that feeling out. Ride that wave. It's gonna come and go like all other emotions and feelings. Ride that wave. Don't suppress it. Don't bury it. Don't walk around saying got nobody listen to me. Woo, woo, woo. Don't do that. Ride the emotion out. Ride the feeling out. See where it takes you. Like you gotta do that. See where that emotion, see where it takes you, fam. Don't suppress it. You suppress it, you making it worse. It's like a painkiller. Suppressing the pain, that's making it worse on the body. So the next time the pain arises, it's gonna hit harder than it did the previous time because you took that painkiller to suppress it. You know what I'm saying? Dion, for sure. Need a piece, my sister. Appreciate that for sure. You know, unfortunately, you know, RIP to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Passed yesterday. Heart attack, 39. Would have turned 40 next month. So this stream is for the cuzzo. You know, we gotta look out for ourselves, man. We gotta look out for each other, man. We gotta check in with each other, man. I wish I would have checked in with him more in regards to his health. Not saying I feel like it's my fault, but I just wish I would have been. I wish I'd check in with him more. Check in with people more in general. Check in with your brother, man. Really see how your brother is doing. Hey, black men, we know how we roll. So it's irresponsible of us to not be checking in with each other because we already know how we get down. We know we suppress all these emotions. We know we working too much. We know we not eating halfway right. So the least we can do is check in on each other. Hey, bro, what you feeling like? Like, bro, how you like? Hey, how your heart feel? Like, how you feeling, bro? Because we know what we do out here. You know what I'm saying? We are men, so we know how men rock. Check in with another man. Check in with a brother. Just check in, man. Go find you a brother. Check in with him, bro. How you living? How your health feeling, man? How you feeling? How you feeling physically? How you feeling mentally? Check in because you already know. You know how we rock. Like we gotta normalize that, man. We gotta normalize checking in with each other as brothers, man. For real. Check in with your male cousins. Check in with your brothers. Check in with your uncles. Check in with your pops. Check in with your grandfather on a health tip. Man, how is your health? What you eat today? Like how many conversations you having with another brother like that, man? Hey, bro, what you eat today? Let me examine your plate, bro. Like, why you ain't had no vegetables today, fam? Like, what you mean you ate this fast food? Why you eat fast food at 10 p.m., bro? Like, that's the accountability partner. We got to do that to each other. We got to do that with one another, man. Call that brother up and ask him what he just ate, man. What you eat? What you eat this morning? What you eating for lunch, bro? What was your fruit intake like today, bro? What was your water intake like today? Drink enough water today, bro? Check in with him, man. We got to start holding each other accountable for this health thing, man, because we gotta be around. We got to stick around. We got to stick around 100%, man. Akuma, what you say? You had 2 little cousins coming to the world last year. Hey, congrats on that. Congrats to the cuzzos. Bobby, my brother, peace. Peace, what's happening? Yeah, Devin, man. Hey, Elijah Muhammad said you got to think. I think it was like 8 times before you speak. You know, you just got to think, man. We got to think before we speak. Think before we do. Think before we eat. Just think before we make some moves, man. Like before you eat something, think about it. Like, all right, is this elevating my health or is it causing my health to decline? Simple. Instead of just impulsively reaching for something. Like, no, ask yourself a serious question. Like, is this adding on to my health or is this subtracting? If the answer is subtracting, I'm not going to grab that. You know, but when you let the emotions get the best of you, then you're going to gravitate towards the bad foods. And we don't want that. You know, we don't want that at all. We don't want that. We can't afford for that to happen. So for real, man, just ask yourself questions before you make decisions. You know, that's the way to make better decisions. Is this conducive to my health? Is this conducive to my mental health? You know what I'm saying? Is this conducive to the health of my family? Is this gonna help my family elevate? Is this gonna help put my family in a better position? Like, ask yourself these questions, man, before you make a decision. The irrationality has got to die. It's got to go. And a lot of us, we act irrationally. We think irrationally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta do better with that. We gotta do better with it. Akuma, there you go. You gotta be held. That's part of your why. You know what I'm saying? Air review 100%. I'm trying to tell you that'll save your life if you ask yourself that question before you make every decision. I'm telling you. Just next time you purchasing some food, I'm telling you, ask yourself that question. It's gonna make you reevaluate everything. You gonna put things back like, man, I don't even want this now, because you didn't just have to tell yourself that this food that you grabbing might kill you. That killed your whole vibe toward that food. Like, man, this food is not good for me, and it could cause my death. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you looking at the food like that, man, you gonna put it back so fast. Like, nah, I'm good. You gonna make way better decisions. You gonna make way better decisions. Trust me. Like, that's one of the ways I started making better decisions, man. Is this conducive for my health and well-being? The answer is no. I'm good. I'm gonna keep it pushing. And even if I still decide to indulge, then I'm accountable for any ill feelings that I have after the fact. So I'm not blaming anybody. So if I ask myself a question, is this food conducive to my overall health and well-being? And the answer is no. And I still decide to grab it and consume it, and I get headaches and things like that, well, then I'm blaming self. I'm like, man, I knew I shouldn't have ate that. That's accountability. You know, I asked myself a question. I told myself this wasn't conducive to my overall health and well-being. I consumed it anyway. Now I have a massive headache. That's on me. Never again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you hold yourself accountable. Oh, needed for sure. Hey, he was one of the family members that wasn't like, he didn't hesitate to call and tell me that he was proud of what I was doing. You know, so I could appreciate him for that. Unfortunately, we took that for granted, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, hey, don't take them type of people for granted. Don't take them folks for granted, man. If you got somebody, man, that's always checking in on you and things like that, don't take it for granted. Don't do it. Dread Mike, yeah, I got that book somewhere behind me. But yeah, for sure, don't take folks for granted. I'm telling you right now, when y'all get off this stream, if it's somebody y'all feel like y'all been taking for granted, I advise y'all to reach out to them, contact them. Or if it's somebody that's been on your mind, reach out to them. Just touch base with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing, it ain't got to be nothing deep. Touch base with them. Reach out to them. See how they doing. If you got somebody that's been on your mind, man, I'm trying to tell you, reach out to them. After the stream is over, shoot them a text. Shoot them a little call. Something. Like, for real. Man, because it don't take nothing for you to wake up and then that person that you was thinking about no longer with you. So all this procrastinating you did in regards to reaching out to him, you ain't even got a chance anymore. Oh, Devin, man, let's get it, man, for real. Tell you, hey, get on them. Hey, we gonna stop playing with brothers this go round. I ain't finna let people relax around me and do all this stuff that's putting them in the grave. Nah, we gonna stay on them. Yeah, stay on the pops. We ain't gonna play with them. Tell pops quit playing. Like, for real. Tell pops stop playing. Like, we don't have time for that. Tell pops to get it right. Stop playing. And we ain't taking no for an answer, for real. We ain't taking no for an answer. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I ain't had much time today. I got to head back up to this gym. I actually got a busy day. Hey, you know, Cuzzo passed, but the work, hey, we still put in a little work. That's what he would want me to do anyway. So it's all good. But I appreciate y'all taking this time taking the time out to listen to the bill, add on, all that good stuff, man. It's always love. I'm gonna try to tap in again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, may tap in Sunday. One of the days this weekend, I'm gonna tap in. But man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. Y'all be easy out here, man. Stay healthy. I'm out. Peace.